Tube and Quilttube Day. We're so glad you're here. I am Lindsay.
And I'm Emily.
And we're Primrose Cottage. And sorry, is it working?
Yeah, it takes a second. It's lagged a little.
Okay.
It should be working.
Good morning. It is
not now.
Good to be back. And I just have to say thank you to Emily and Lindsay A. They did a wonderful job last week on Flosstube.
Yep.
Sorry, she's getting us set up. It's for some reason being...
That's not it. It always takes a minute.
Dallas.
And you're not logged in, so it makes it a little more... Well, I guess this is the work iPad.
Yeah, you can't blame it on me.
Well, I'm going to. I'm just kidding. Okay, now.
Okay, good morning from Seattle. Good morning. Good morning from Texas and Nebraska.
From all
Kentucky.
over.
North Carolina. Good morning, Sonia. I feel like we're doing a lot of that. Like, just like humid North Dakota.
Nice.
Did it thunderstorm
It
last
was crazy
night
last
at
night. Yeah.
your house?
Yeah, it was a big
Because sometimes, like, we get thunderstorms up where I live, but, like, it doesn't in
where I live.
where she lives,
yeah.
or vice versa. And it woke me up in the night.
Yeah,
I was like,
same.
are those fireworks or the...
Because yesterday was a Utah holiday, so we were closed. And then, yeah, I heard fireworks, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and I heard the thunder, and I went up and looked, and it was lighting up the sky. It was pretty good.
It was lighting up my whole room.
Yeah.
And I was like...
We live in a basement apartment, so I could barely see it, and so I went up and opened the window.
Well, I was worried. I was like, is this just, like, thunder and lightning?
Yeah.
Like, are they going to start fires? Because, like, we're so dry here that, like,
yeah,
one strike of lightning just starts a fire here. Good morning, Christy, Java girl.
I caught up on some Flosstube. I didn't finish. I watched a few here and there. I like watching Christy's with Anna.
Yeah, that's
I watched a little
fun.
bit of Nicole Spore's. And that's all I got to.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. I did sit down and stitch finally. It's been a minute. So turned on some Flosstube while I did that, and that was nice.
Good morning from Missouri. We were just there. Well, I was. Me, Katie, and Mom were just in Missouri for the Stitch Etc. retreat, and that was so much fun. We met so many beautiful, wonderful ladies and got to stitch with them, and I think I'll show most of our stuff that we got next. Like, hopefully Mom will be here next week.
Yeah.
She couldn't make it to this one. But I actually had to leave a lot of my stuff there to be shipped
Like
back because, like, everyone is so generous at retreats, and, like, we get so many things, and it's like it doesn't all fit back in our bag.
Yeah, you can ship stuff. That's the nice thing. If you buy too much when you're doing something, you can always ship it.
Yes, and I just have to give a big thank you and shout out to Stitch Etc. Kim and Ashley. They hosted the retreat, and they did a beautiful job, and their store is just so quaint and cute. Nice. And if you're in the Farmington area, be sure to check it out. Me and Katie did a live Instagram video of their shop, and Katie's here and she can link it if you want to check out their shop. So many inspiring pieces. I love visiting brick and mortar stores because it really, like, shows our craft. And it's so beautiful, and it's so inspiring. So, it was a great time.
We just, like, shoved everything in a basket that we got to show. So I was moving it around.
Yes.
Loved. I know I was sad. A few people reached out and said they were sad they didn't get to see me, but I'm a little bummed, but it was fine. I held down the fort.
We wondered, we're like, is she having FOMO?
Oh, I actually didn't as much as I thought I would.
Okay.
Like, No offense. I mentally could not do it. Like,
Yeah.
because we booked the flights around when I was in Colorado, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, dude, I'm done. Like, I can't do this right now. Like, I think I would have been okay now, but it was nice to just stay. We stayed here. We did close on the Friday, and
had a nice long weekend.
Yeah, it was good. So we're pretty caught up here. It's been kind of slower, I guess, like our slow season.
Yeah.
Right before the crazy holidays. It's officially spooky season.
Our favorite season.
My nail lady said that. I was like, I guess she's kind of right. Because there's not really there is like not really a major holiday, I feel like, between now and spooky season. So we can say that, right?
I'm ready. I've been working on doing the final touches on the Halloween releases we are doing, and so it is kind of spooky season around these parts.
Yeah.
So
we should take a poll. What should I do the hutch in next?
Like, what are our options?
Well, we already did the bees, but I don't know. We could set the bees up. I don't know. What do you guys?
So, like, basically August.
I don't know. What do we set the hutch up as? I don't know. I'm trying to think what we could do.
Because then it's like fall and then it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And Halloween, I'm just so excited.
Yeah. I actually tried stitching Patriotic over the weekend and I couldn't do it. I think I'm done. Like, I was kind of like, okay, I think it's time to move on.
Bees and sunflowers.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Flowers. And like, speaking of patriotic, Grandma Winnie, her birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
And which is on the Utah holiday where we like celebrate. And so I know Katie started Grandma Winnie's basket yesterday, and she made bread pudding.
I started this as well, and that's when I got like 2 stitches. I got that and that, and I was like, all right, I'm not in the mood. I don't know why my patriotic bug is gone, so I
like to definitely stitch in
summer.
The season.
Yeah, we should do summer. You don't have a ton of summer, but we definitely could do. You really don't have any, but we don't have a lot of summer patterns. We don't have a lot of summer. Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
And we're still kind of doing Christmas in July a little bit, so we have some
This
Christmas.
is kind of like the last, right? The last week of that. It is the last week.
What is today? The 25th.
I don't know why it was hard to get into Christmas in July this year.
Well, I'm finally in Christmas in July. Yeah, I've been designing Christmas.
Yeah. It was time.
So everyone took the day off yesterday and I came in and designed while there was no one here so I could like really focus. And I've got some really cute things. We're working on some really cute things. So
we could do summer. I think we have enough that we could do a little bit of summer in the hutch. That would be fun.
Yes.
And then
cool.
We had our newsletter come out.
The bread pudding was a big hit with my family, and I made the bread first. Ooh, yummy. The bread pudding sauce is like seriously.
It's good the second day. Fruits and flowers. I have quite enjoyed the fresh fruits and vegetables this year.
I have as well.
I go to the farmer's market every Saturday. I did go to the stand by you that they have, which another one opened. Did you see that?
Yes.
And I was like,
kitty corner.
I was like, are you guys the same thing? And she was like, no. And I was like, is this a family feud?
I wondered the same thing because like I parked over.
Like, I was like, what is going on?
They have a stand here and here. And then they're like, we are not affiliated with them. And I'm like,
yeah.
Isn't it the same name?
It did look like the same name. So I wonder if the family is split or something.
Some drama in our little small town. Yeah. Because it's like in Santa Clara, and Santa Clara is a tiny little town. But I went there.
They all both had, I bought from both. I went to both. I was like, I'm going to support both. And I bought a little bit at one and a little bit at another.
I have been like eating watermelon. Like
I bought a watermelon.
Crazy.
I'm going to try juicing it. So I found a recipe that's like Nature's Gatorade. And it's watermelon, key lime, coconut water, and like some salt. Like,
that sounds actually good.
So
I was actually sprinkling salt on my watermelon.
So I am going to make it into a juice.
Do you have a juicer?
No, I watched a tutorial. You can do it. I have a Ninja, so it should work.
Okay.
And then you like you strain it from the I don't know. I found a YouTube video.
Cool.
That's
I
all
can't
I
wait
do.
to hear about it.
Yeah.
Because I have been like digging the watermelon and just like local watermelon.
Yes. And
I'm like local.
I purchased and I'm picking up tomorrow is the Bountiful Basket. Mom used to do it.
Yes.
My mom and dad used to do it when we were growing up. And I found one here and we purchased just the basic basket. You can look it up online in your area. It's a completely like volunteer type of program.
They call it something and I can't, like it's on the tip of my tongue.
But I also found out it's not always local stuff.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how it goes. Let
me know how you like it, because like,
and you don't know what you get. You don't know what you're gonna get. So
I have been like really wanting to just eat local, support local business, like farmers, and it's been, like Emily said, it's been fun going to the farmers market, and I haven't bought anything at that farmers market because
it's like appointment reminders and stuff.
Because I was going out of town and I'm like, I can't buy all this produce and then go out of town.
I go every week. I bought green beans and I made a green bean stuff and it was really good. Sorry, this is all about cooking now, but I really enjoyed it.
I've really enjoyed cooking. Just
go to your farmer's market.
Food.
Like it is, and actually I got quite the deal. Like one of them, I think he only charged me $1 for a huge zucchini and some like garlic or something, and he didn't even charge me what it was. Like I feel like they're very generous usually, and
yes,
it's fresh.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
support
delicious.
your farmer's market.
I made a peach, not
good.
peach. Apricot, like cobbler. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
I made a peach smoothie the other day. I added real heavy cream to it. It was like peaches and cream
that
smoothie.
Sounds so good.
It made my gut hurt, but it was so good because like dairy, like whole cream kind of hurts my stomach a little bit, but I'm like, I had some in the fridge and I'm like, this would be really good in this smoothie. So I had some fresh peaches and anyway, it was delicious. Yeah. I've been like all about like smoothies lately too. Nice. Like cold. It's been hot here, so it's been refreshing. But anyway,
back to the newsletter.
Okay, so our cross-stitching newsletter comes out on Thursday mornings, and
please subscribe. And we came out with the finishing kit for Sweet Land of Liberty again. We don't have the model right now, but we did change the fabrics, but it's the same fabric line.
They're just switched.
So, you get the floss and the full kit. So instead of the blue star, you're getting the red star. Instead of the red dot, you're getting the blue dot. Like it's, and then the backing will vary, but it's all the same fabric line, the Old Glory. So pick that up if you're interested. This kit's done really well, and I love seeing you guys finish it.
I love that one.
We did restock the red, white, and blue quilt finishing kit. So your kit comes with the backing, the wool, the trim, the floss, and your 3 pins. So the 3 little pins from Just Another Button Company. And the color and cotton floss. And then the wool is by Weeks Dye Works. And that's just what some people ask what that's for. We cut the hole in the back and then we patch it like that. So that's what that's for if you ever questioned it. And then we also restocked Christmas quilt. So this one, I just picked a different backing. You'll get your floss, the 3 pins, and then your wool and your backing. And we thought that would be a fun one to restock for Christmas in July. The floss is Classic Colorworks and Gentle Art. Just Another Button accompanies the pins. The wool is Weeks Dye Works. And I actually picked a fabric by Teresa Kogut that was last year's Christmas line.
I like that one a lot.
I think this kit is really fun. If you do all the quilts, you can now do both these 2 quilts.
Yay.
How many quilts do you have? Do you know?
I have Christmas quilt, autumn quilt, honeybee quilt,
Yeah.
Strawberry
Fresh
quilt.
lemonade kit. I actually, so we do have pins. I'm not sure if we listed it, Katie. I don't think we did. We got the pins. I was actually hunting down fabrics to redo the fill finishing kit, which we can. The one that we didn't have like a similar was the stripe. So it's a possibility if we can find fabric replacements. We do have one of the fabrics in stock still. So I can talk to them and see if we can get it rekitted, because we do have a lot of the stuff for it. It's just we're missing a fabric, and that's why we kind of just pick a different fabric, because it still looks good. It's just a little different when we do that. So hopefully.
Cool.
And then
those are fresh lemonade.
The pins. So she linked the pin pack. We can always get the pins on reorder and maybe do the finishing kit. We'll definitely think about it. I was seriously looking to try and see if I could while they were gone, and there was not one green stripe in this place, which is shocking. With how much fabric we have, I was like, I can't find one of the green stripes. We're super excited because we just got these in stock. If you guys remember Summer Memories, I stitched up the basket that's in there. She just released her Halloween Memories. So it comes with several quilt and cross stitch. I haven't even looked through it yet, but I'm really excited about it. I loved stitching her basket in this one. And we actually did a DMC conversion to the Aurifil. And I was gonna ask you guys if I converted the Aurifil to DMC, if you guys would be interested. I haven't done it, but I was curious if that's something you guys would be interested in, is if we did a conversion to DMC and stocked it. If you're gonna stitch any of this and wanted to stitch it in DMC instead of Aurifil. I haven't even looked at the floss colors, but I actually love, so Fig Tree, is it all Fig Tree in here?
I don't think so.
Because I love Fig Tree. Fig Tree is...
So she uses just like a scrappy
so
mixture, but there is quite a bit of Fig Tree, it looks like.
Yeah, I love Fig Tree, and I hoard Fig Tree. So I could come up with the DMC conversion. It doesn't look like there's a ton of flosses.
Yeah.
So that might be pretty easy. And do a DMC floss pack, because last year I did the DMC conversion for the summer. So
yes, and it was
did really good. Yeah.
It's great.
And then we did stock a lot of Lori Holt patterns. Mom loves Lori Holt. I think she's almost, I don't know if she's stitching this one. Maybe she can chime in if she's listening. I don't know. And then the Beehive House. Mom
This
collects...
is called Hometown Neighborhood. It's like a series, I think. I don't know how many houses there are.
I don't know, but I know Mom, she collects every Lori Holt. Anything that's Lori Holt, she has one of. And this cute witch one, which is a quilt pattern and a cross stitch, which I love. I love this. I wish I had the skills to do something like that, but I don't.
The Quilted Witch?
Yeah, I think it's so cute.
You could do it. It would be very time consuming.
I should just do the cat. I think the cat's super cute.
That is cute.
Make it into just a block.
That is super cute.
We also restocked some cloth that we haven't had for a while, which is one of Lindsay's favorites. Can anyone guess? Is the Light Taupe 32. So we did do some fat quarters and half yards. If you're doing like the monthly minis, a lot of her last year releases for market were on Light Taupe.
Yeah.
And then Mushroom 28 is in stock, which is the fabric used
the fabric for our
upcoming release
that we just posted about.
Yeah. I think that's it. If you want to talk about your new stuff.
Sure. Get my baby over here. It's like as heavy as a baby. It's like as big as a baby. Okay. So first of all, you know, every year we do a Mother's Day weekend retreat.
Yes.
And because it's Mom's birthday and I wanted to do something special, so we did a Mother's Day stitch, and it says, a mother is your first friend, your best friend, and your forever friend. So we gifted this to her. She has a different one. We had to have it stitched twice because we wanted a model to keep at the store, and then we wanted her to be able to keep one of the models. So
yeah.
And then we did a fun patchwork. I wanted to do something different with the finishing, and I incorporated a little bit of our love of quilting because it's like this fun patchwork.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did film a tutorial on how to do this exact finish because we will have the
full kit
for that.
So your kit will come with the call for floss, the exact same fabrics is that piece, and then a wool felt and your backing. So this finishing kit will be called A Mother Is Finishing Kit, and we use Classic Colorworks.
When is that being released? Katie?
I thought,
I don't know.
I had thoughts, but no one answered my thoughts.
No one answered your thoughts.
We have like group text and it gets out of hand.
It really does.
Very, very soon. We just dropped the newsletter to the shops. So if you have an LNS, go and request the patterns from them. We will get that shipped out next week to all the shops. And then I would assume next week we're releasing it, but I don't want to be wrong.
Okay. So that's that.
We can't keep nothing straight. I was so bad last week. I felt like I couldn't name anything, or like I was like, I can't remember jack squat anymore. There's just so much going on that I literally am at the capacity of not remembering anything anymore.
We have a lot like in production that we're working on.
And it's like I placed an order for this how many months ago?
Like
so
it's been months.
So it's like out of my brain at that point.
Yes.
And my brain is on coming up Christmas. Like we work really in advance. So that is like a baby.
It's like a sack of flour.
Which I had the floss pack. What did I do with it? I
Such
did.
a cute little baby.
I want to see where that is. Hang on. I do have
what?
so with the floss straps I did
Oh, yes.
the kit. Right here. Which I'm keeping this because I do want to stitch these.
I love this piece.
We
We brought these to the Stitch Etc. retreat to show everyone. It was fun.
I did kit it up on our floss straps.
This one?
Yeah, for both,
Oh, okay.
basically, yeah.
So this is the other release, and this is our theme that we picked for 2024. Beautiful things come together one stitch at a time.
Yep. And that floss pack is a little different. So you will get both. One floss pack is not going to stitch both, just so you guys know. You'll be short on some of the colors if you only get one.
Yeah, because it's the same color palette. So
Yep.
like, yeah.
Anyways.
This piece is a larger piece, and there is some like dents right here. We have some dent stitching and stuff. I love this pink, you guys.
I do too. What is that called?
Tennessee red clay.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yep.
This is such a fun piece. It just represents our theme for the year, and it's funny. We get asked if we've charted the theme, and I probably need to go back and chart the theme we did for the previous year just so we can have it and everything. But yeah, me and Katie, we were walking through the airport in St. Louis, and we were like, what's gonna be 2025? Like, what we're trying to like anyway, pick our theme for 2025. But the white frame my dad made. He is gonna produce these in his shop
like next month, he said.
So I did have it made because of the size. It needed its own frame.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to be framed because I just see this hung in your craft room, your stitchy room, whatever creative room you have. I don't know. It's a really cute.
It is super
and I love
cute.
the palette, and I love it, period.
I do love the color palette as well.
So that was sent to our retail shops. Like they can order that if you have a local shop. And then we're also releasing our flower floss drops. So
I have Beautiful Things kitted, and then the berry basket. It matches perfect. The berry basket floss, you guys, is like seriously the best on here.
Yeah, it matches really well. So we've had a lot of questions about the floss drop, so I just wanted to kind of go over. The package comes with 24 flowers, and each color is, you get 4 of each color. And so there is this like aqua, a brighter pink, I did put purple in there, a lighter pink, like a really pretty golden yellow, and a green. And they are plastic, and they are about the thickness of like a credit card. So we've been asked a lot, like, is it paper? Is it plastic? Like, what is it? Something really cool about the floss drops. So the hole here, that's where you hang your floss.
I'm just going to add this because I'm taking both these floss packs.
And then I'm trying to see if I can show them the really cool thing about...
And I just get rings. You can get them at the dollar store. You can get them on Amazon.
So one thing that's cool is like the divots in the... See, I have my berry basket. I have my berry basket kitted on here, and I wanted to see if I could show you guys. I used olive.
It's just nice because when you...
I don't have an example
like
on
when
here.
you use a strand, you can reattach it, and the nook here like keeps it separated.
Yes.
And this is the primrose flower, if you didn't notice.
Yeah, we wanted to represent the primrose flower.
So you could have your strand you pulled out and put it here, and then say you used one strand out of that, you could put it over here.
Yeah, so those divots, they will like hold your floss too.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you could probably wind one project if there was only like 4 or 5 flosses if you wanted on there.
It'd get a little crowded.
It would get a little crowded, but
like this one is a DMC, so it's thicker, which I just noticed. This one's classic.
Yeah, because classic is only about 5 yards.
I
and
think
then
6 or 5,
I have my silk from the Summer Quaker on my yellow one. So it's so cute. They're so cute. And you can label them a few different ways. So I decided to use a Sharpie on the berry basket one because this color palette is something that's going to be here to stay. And so I knew I was going to be like...
Not unkidding.
Yes, I wasn't going to be unkidding this anytime soon. So I used a Sharpie. Mom, there is a size of...
Avery stickers.
Avery label stickers. And I don't have any sitting here, but they're the perfect size and you can write on them and then you can remove them.
Stick it on. You could even do some sort of dot one. Just be careful with writing on them. You could risk. Do you feel like that's going to rub off at all?
I don't feel like I used a Sharpie.
I wouldn't do a dry erase.
I wouldn't do anything that would like come off.
But I don't know. What do you guys do with floss drops? How do you label them? Because I'm kind of new to it.
And when you're done with a project, do you undrop your floss?
I wouldn't. Do you undrop it? Maybe. I don't know. I'm new to floss drops, so.
I prefer using floss drops rather than winding it on a bobbin because I feel like when you wind it on a bobbin, it gets those creases.
Yeah.
And they're really...
Especially when it's at the end of the bobbin. It's very tight.
I don't like it. I like my floss to be loose and straight. And when you wind it on the bobbin, I don't love it that way.
Yeah. Acrylic paint. Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful Things is not in Etsy yet, but you can order from your LNS. Ours will release...
Or Label Maker. That's a great idea.
Later on.
Label Maker. At one point, we had a label maker, and Emily labeled everything.
We do have a label maker.
Do we still have
use it a lot.
Okay.
It's used frequently. We
okay,
probably
so
need to.
You could do that. You could do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that it?
I think so. I've made a hot mess out of my little case here.
Yeah.
So.
I did start Grandma Winnie's basket. And it's a very small start.
I need to finish mine. I'm close.
Stitching mine at 1/2. And I'm doing 32 count white taupe per usual. And that's all I got. And I was like, I'm not feeling it. But I am doing this. It's going to be part of all my patriotic. So all my patriotic is stitched on 32 count. And I have it all together and it will be put away now. I'm moving on.
Kathy said you can rub off the Sharpie with an alcohol wipe when you're done. I'm going to try that.
You can actually get rid of Sharpie with Sharpie. I do that. So if you have some that's dried with a Sharpie, use a Sharpie and it'll erase it.
Wow. Should we need
I've
to
done
do an
it.
experiment?
No, I do it. I do it on the stuff I write on here. So I write on a lot of our stuff. And I've used a Sharpie and I was like, I don't need that there anymore. And I saw that you can remove Sharpie with Sharpie. That's the same with hair color. If you're coloring your hair and you get color on your forehead, you can remove color with color. You get a dab of the color and rub it and it removes the color.
How fascinating.
Yep. I learned that in hair school. That's funny.
Cool. I leave the floss on the drops. Only drop DMC. I drop it like it's hot. Like literally, like that's what I think of when I keep hearing floss drops.
Yeah.
I drop my floss. We should make a reel. I drop my floss. Do you drop your floss? Okay. I worked on at the retreat. So I have a very difficult time stitching and talking to people at the same time.
Yeah.
But I just have to like toot my own horn because me and Katie brought the same thing to stitch. And Mom, what did she work on? She worked on the bees. I generally get the least amount of stitching done. And when I show you this, you're gonna be like, that's not that much stitching that you got done, but it is for me. I think I got the most stitching done.
That's funny.
And I worked on Strawberry Quilt. Katie had a really great idea. She's like, I think we should work on this because the quilts are generally like a repeated pattern that is really easy to follow. So here is my progress on my Strawberry Quilt. I am stitching it on the 28 count Berry Smoothie and I have really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice.
I
I thought that piece was yellow.
There's yellow in here.
Oh, it's in this.
In the daisy flower, there's yellow. So I haven't added my yellow yet. But I've seen a lot of people already finish their strawberry quilts. And I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, that is fun. Okay, so I stitched and finished something, and
Yay!
it's not released, Lindsay.
I know, this just...
It's a special piece.
So, yeah, can I kind of tell how this piece came about? So, my really good friend, Christine Sherman, she is a very special and dear friend to me, and her birthday, it was last year. I was like, what can I get my friend for her birthday that would be really special? And her sister has passed, and anyway, her sister means a lot to her, obviously, and I was like, I want to do a memorial piece for her sister. And her sister, whenever like I see a dragonfly, it reminds me of Connie. Her name was Connie, and Connie seems like she shows up with dragonflies in Christine's life, and even I've noticed dragonflies, and I think of Connie. And so I decided to design a dragonfly memorial piece for her in memorial of Connie. So it's called Connie's Dragonfly, and it's just 4 little dragonflies and hearts, and her color was blue. Like, and so I did it in blue, but you could do it in any color you wanted.
Would you be okay posting it maybe in
Yeah,
our Facebook group?
sure.
So
It needs to be posted. Like,
yeah,
it needs to be out there.
so I stitched this because, as you know, Ammon, my son's dad, passed away. And a few weeks ago, we went to the river, and I was laying in the river thinking about him, and a blue dragonfly landed on me, and sorry.
It's okay.
So I stitched this for his mother, Sharon, and I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't apologize. It's a beautiful thing.
I used Color and Cotton Stargazing because he's blue to me. He had blue eyes. A blue dragonfly landed on me. And so I finished this for his mom. And I have an idea of how I want to finish it. I see her next week, and so I got to get it done. And it was so fun to stitch. It was a repeating pattern, so like it actually was really like calming to do. And I stitched it on Mushroom 28, 2/2, and it just warms my heart. I think she'll love it. I hope she loves it, and it's gonna be really hard to see her again because I haven't seen her since he passed, and I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
It's been really hard. Just grieving still, and like it comes and goes, as you guys know, and so I'm really excited to give her that. And it's like the first thing I really stitched, I feel like, since, because I've had a really hard time getting back into it. So if you're grieving and it's hard to get back into something you love, just know I understand, and it took me a while to want to like stitch again. So
well, and I think like as you stitch this piece, like you're putting so much love into it, and like thinking about that person, it makes it so special. Yeah. And I think I love the idea of doing memorial pieces. I think there's just so much love that goes into them. So what a beautiful gift that you're giving her. And like you put your love into that too. So it's and beautiful.
He's totally with us all the time. It's crazy. Like whatever you believe, like it's really crazy how much I feel him around. We were divorced, and it wasn't like we were on these horrible terms or anything. It wasn't great, but it's just interesting how much I notice him around. And Sawyer is with his grandma right now. He went up and spent a week with my dad, and then he spent 2 days with Ammon's brother, who lives by my dad, which I thought was awesome. They went fishing and stuff. And then he went and spent a day with Kathy, Aunt Kathy, who is my mom's best friend, who got us into quilting.
Yeah, she did.
And she just she's known Sawyer since he was born. That's her little boy too. Like, he's just loved by so many, and then Sharon, Ammon's mom, picked him up, and he's spending 2 weeks there. And I just love that he is able to go spend time with Ammon's family and still have those relationships. So
I love that.
yeah.
So yeah, we will post Connie's dragonfly in our Facebook group, and you can grab that.
It was so fun to stitch. I loved it. Even if you're not doing it for that reason, it's a great one. I think it would be so pretty to do a super variegated floss.
It would be.
Like a cottage garden one.
Yeah. And making it to fit whoever you're stitching it for.
Yeah.
And it just so happened both of their people were like blue.
Yeah.
Blue is their color.
Yeah,
and I think I think people are color.
You can definitely remember someone by a color.
By a color, and
a
it
smell,
reminds.
a color, a taste.
Yes.
I don't know, like, he's very much blue, but not blue like the ocean. He's blue like rivers and lakes. That's how he is to me.
Well, and when you said the name of that color, stargazing, like I thought that was really fitting too, because he was like outdoors,
very outdoorsy, and he would have appreciated the name. He appreciated nature.
Like that's like I got the chills when you like said the name. I was like, wow, that like even hit home more for me.
And that color's in Lindsay's patriotic
Quaker
and quilts. So
yeah, it's a beautiful color.
I love that color. So yeah.
What a beautiful piece, and thank you for sharing, because
it felt really good
so
to do. It felt like almost part of grieving is like doing something like that and like putting intention into it, and so
what a beautiful share and story.
All right.
Okay.
I think that's it. Do you have any more stitching?
For stitching? That's all I worked on.
I actually pulled out last night American Welcome by Plum Street, and I really want to get on that, stitching that again. I didn't last night because I was tired. So I'm like, I need to be fresh brain for this one. So that one I will start and put a few stitches in, I think.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of your stitching in your homes, or do they mostly stay at your shop?
They stay here, usually.
A lot of like our releases that we do, they generally stay in the shop because we're constantly like sending to trunk shows and events. So we have to keep them here. But like I have like my own personal collection of like.
And it's here. You need to take that tote home.
I have a tote at home that's.
Really? There's another tote here with a lot of.
Well,
it has a lot of your stuff in it, and then it has stuff that was like, I don't know, like model stitch but not used. I guess I don't know. There's a tote.
I have a tote at my house that has like things that I have personally stitched, mostly like other designer pieces that are not like Primrose pieces that I have at my house. I know my mom displays her cross stitch all over.
Yeah,
like
I do
she
too.
has a lot. And Katie, if you're not following her on Instagram, she always posts her displays. She does such beautiful displays in her home. So
I'm gonna take down my patriotic and put up my bees here soon. But I'm like, where am I putting this? Because I have a lot of bee stuff, and I do not have enough room for it. So I'm debating on where to put it. I have a little spot where I've been doing my displays, which is tiny. And then I have my little fireplace area that has more space. I was thinking of making that more into the bees, but I love displaying it. So anyway, I love displaying all my quilting and cross stitching.
I do too. Yes. Like, I think it's part of us, and we put so much into it. Like, if you think about how much time you're putting into your pieces, like it's so beautiful, and just like displaying it, I think I think we should. That's why we do it, to enjoy it.
Yes.
And I actually, at the retreat, I don't remember who I was talking to. I talked to so many people, so I'm sorry if I don't remember, but she was saying she has stitched for all these years, and she always gives her, like, she would always stitch something for someone else and give it to people.
So fun,
and I just loved that so much, because like we do that a lot with our quilting. Like
there's just not a price you can put on it. I feel like for
There
big
isn't.
quilts, for large quilts.
Yeah, and like when you gift somebody something that you spent like that much time on, like it's so special. And so I love the fact that people love giving things like this, so it's special.
Yes.
Anyway,
we do have quilting, as you know. And we have a newsletter coming out tomorrow at 6 a.m. Mountain Time for our quilters. And this is
our free pattern Friday for August. We are getting into Halloween. We are using the adorable line from Riley Blake called Little Witch. This is so fun. The colors are so vibrant and fun for Halloween. I had to sew up the model.
Yeah.
The model, which
you haven't done that.
I haven't done that in a hot minute.
Ever? Just
I know.
Have you? Like, I'm curious if you've ever made a free pattern Friday. If Mom
has probably made every single one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I made this one.
It's so cute.
It's really fun because we're doing something different. The background is black,
which I love.
So it was really fun.
I should put my Halloween quilt on the long arm.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Like,
why
can't we just do it?
Because I had the debacle with my backing.
Well, because you like made it like it's a double key.
Okay, it will fit probably 5 people, but I picked a minky that's really fluffy, and my mom's like, "There's no way we're getting this rolled on."
It's so.
So
heavy.
I'm actually it's already cut, the minky, which is pretty expensive. So I'm just gonna sew that into a lap quilt to go with my other quilt.
It's gonna be great. You're gonna be
I know,
covered.
and it's
You're gonna be covered.
pink and cute and bright like that, and I love it.
Yeah, some of the pieces.
So this kit will come out. If you don't know, we have a program called Free Pattern Friday. In your quilting newsletter, you will get this Free Pattern Friday every second Friday of the month. Lindsay's been doing this since like 2017, 2018 maybe, I don't know.
We've done it for a long time. Yeah. It's a program that I really enjoy doing for you guys, and we provide a kit for you so you can make it.
And it's a mystery. It's really fun. You can buy the kit. I know there's several people who buy it every time, and I think that's so fun.
Yeah.
What a great collection to have. We kind of do it with the seasons, and then we meet with Moda, and I think we wrote one of those new ones to be a Free Pattern Friday we want.
Yeah. So we plan on
they're a year in advance.
Far in advance.
Yeah.
Like we're picking out fabric like a year in advance for these things. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Decided to release another Christmas bundle, which this is called Homemade Holidays. It's Maywood. And I love these ginghams.
It's very like they're very like basic-y to me.
Yeah.
Which I love because they make great blenders in your projects or finishing for your cross stitch. There's some really cute, look at those ginghams.
Yeah, they're great ginghams. This is probably my favorite kind of green. The more
yellow undertone.
I love a yellowy green.
You know, I actually am attracted to the yellow undertone in greens as well.
You can tell that's what your floss is.
Yes. Isn't that
interesting?
Always a yellow
I feel like you generally pick more of that, like
yellow, warmer, not cooler tones.
I did quilt something.
Did you?
And I forgot to grab it, and it's
You're gonna grab it?
I want to show
I'm sure it's wonderful. Is it the yellow
project I was working on? Let me just grab this whole thing. So, was it Friday? No. Last week, after Flosstube, I decided to sit down and sew. And I made this cute little thing. And I lost all my points.
So that's what you call a pointless star. I have a pattern that's called pointless, and it is literally stars that have no points, so you don't have to feel bad about losing your points.
Yes. And then I started doing like patchwork, and I thought I could do a little mug rug with this.
That's so cute.
Or I was thinking a little bag. I can't decide. And I was trying to make a coaster, by the way.
It's perfect.
We'll see.
You did great.
And I pulled it from that, which that's releasing this week,
Oh, is it? Okay.
is the Oh My Stars Mini.
Oh My Stars Mini. We rekitted this in, it almost looks like the original because it's the same designer,
fabric.
Camille Ross Kelly. In,
I love it.
what is this line called?
Shoreline.
Shoreline.
I think.
So really
It's,
fun. Really
mini
cute.
charm friendly, and it ends up being 12 by 22. And so I printed this, and it used a technique I'm new to. So I'm still very much beginner. And this is probably one of the tiniest things I've ever done. And it was hard.
One of like my biggest tips for you guys if you're quilting and you need a little extra help with making flying geese and making sure you don't lose your points, block lock rulers,
Which I didn't have that.
are game changers, at least for me.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, Mom uses them in everything we do.
Yeah.
And I know actually right now, if you go on their website, they're having a 30% off sale. So if there's like a block lock that you need, like I just ordered a whole set
For the shop. Because I didn't have one. I was like, hey, I think the reason I struggled is I didn't have the lock block.
And so when you don't trim your flying geese, then you're going to lose your points because you need them to be consistent.
Yeah.
And so that's why I told her, I said, we'll get you, you know, your block locks and everything.
Yeah, so the technique I use for the rickrack is just Lindsay's tutorial for her cross stitch pillows. Because I was like, I don't really want like a raw edge.
But you don't want to bind it either.
And I didn't want to bind it. I did cut the hole, and then I did it all because I was frustrated. And I was going to put some batting in there, which I still could, like a little piece of quilting batting. And then that way it could be like a little drink coaster.
Yes.
Because I thought I want to make a coaster and a mug rug. So like to just like, and this is a bundle that was in the shop.
So it is called Block Lock.
Yeah.
BLOCLOC. Block Lock.
And then the technique
Game changer.
I did for the strips was Lindsay's quilt pattern. The simple one you do that, what is that? Like the patchwork gingham.
Oh, the patchwork.
So you like strip them and then cut them.
Yes.
So I did that
So
technique.
fast.
And
So fast.
I've never done that before. And I have a few of these and just fun little, I was like, I just want, and I even thought how fun would it be to turn the bigger one into like a heating pad to put your casserole dish on.
Oh, like a pot holder?
Yeah, like I was like, I just want to make a few things for my kitchen. So I don't know how to go about it. I've never done it. I was just kind of making it up in my head. I don't know if I need to do anything.
So they have a special batting called
We
Bright
should get some.
that you can use for things like that that like are for heat resistant things. So we'll have to get some and I can like help you.
Because I was like, I want like
navigate.
It would be
process.
so cute to have the oven mitts with like a casserole size pad thing and then coasters. Like I was just like, how fun would it be to have like a set that matched? So
It would be fun because, and we like to have cute things when we're cooking and crafting.
Yes.
Like we just like the cuteness of it. And hey, Teresa, it's good to see you on here.
Yes. Hey, what a surprise!
Yes, so that's quilting. Be sure to be signed up for the newsletter so you get the free pattern. Somebody asked, do you release the patterns later? So all of the patterns,
you have your kit, so when you get the pattern,
you are ready to sew.
Yes.
But all the previous patterns are for sale in our Etsy shop. So they're only available to our newsletter subscribers, and that's how you get them.
We also have mystery Christmas fat quarter bundles. They have 8 fat quarters, and it's all high-end quality fabric, and it's a mystery, and what a fun surprise to get in your mail. And so we had a good stock of these if you're interested. A lot of beautiful designers from Moda, Riley Blake, all those awesome designers. It's all of our end cuts, or when we make fat quarter bundles, we usually have a couple extra because not every bolt is exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just a fun way and less expensive, and yeah, just a way to get fabric.
Yes. So where to buy Block Lock?
Is it
Just their website, Block Lock. We don't sell.
I know brick and mortars carry them sometimes.
Yeah, if you have a local quilt shop, they could
yeah.
carry those. So they're just a tool that is great to have in your quilting toolbox, in my opinion. They are an investment, but like I said, we use the half square triangle and the flying geese rulers quite a bit. So
Yeah.
I know Mom, she couldn't live without them. So
That's awesome.
Jill, I've made every Free Pattern Friday and I've only missed 2 kits.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, you deserve a gold star because I can't even, like, I have done so many patterns at this point that, like, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that is an accomplishment.
Katie will link the newsletter link. I wanted to tell you guys too about cross stitch. We have decided to do pre-orders for other designers. So as you know, some of our favorite designers have released some new stuff, and I'm going to show you on my phone. So Hands On Design, she
does a Santa every year, and this one is so cute.
So,
or not Heart and Hand, sorry. Heart and Hand.
Well, I know, I realized I said that wrong. So Hands On Design did release. She did her Gather Pumpkins, which is a pre-order, and you can get that now in our shop. And these won't ship until August. Autumn Folk, so she's doing all 4 seasons. And then Gather Together, that's part of her Gather series. And then Belle Block Party, she has a ton of the fun block parties.
Yeah, those are fun.
And then I am going to order floss packs for everything. We want to start carrying the floss for other designers. We're working on carrying more floss. We also are going to order the trims we used for, so Autumn Folk has a trim by Lady Dot we're going to get on order for you guys. And so does Gather Pumpkins, which I plan to take one of these. We have the Gather series. I want to do all of them.
They were so beautiful in person.
Yeah.
I'm working on my Gather.
Yeah.
What is the one we're doing?
Gather Wildflowers.
Gather Wildflowers.
I have that one.
We're all stitching that one.
And Gather Butterflies. And now Gather Pumpkins. I don't know if that's all 3. I think it is. They're like the fun round ones.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny Modernist released one called Make a Little Magic. And I have almost all the floss. I just need to order 2 more boxes. And we'll have a couple floss packs for that, which is so cute. So this will also ship in August. So you'll place your order and then we wait for the designer to give it to us. And then, like you said, Heart and Hand had her new Santa.
It's so cute, you guys.
So Santa 25, we ordered the floss packs as well. So you can pre-order the pattern now. Floss packs are on order. And then she did a doodles called Maker, which I love her doodles.
I do too. I need to really finish her. I'm doing the Halloween doodle.
Yeah.
I'm almost done, you guys. It's just
yeah.
Finishing.
So now when you look on our Etsy, the very top says pre-orders, and you can go see what's on pre-order. I thought we could definitely, anytime I get an email from a designer or Hoffman, like I'm trying to order it, we're trying really hard to stock more floss, more trims, so that it's kind of like a one-stop shop. So, yeah. Any comment about that? I don't know.
I think it's great, and I'm excited for the new releases. It's really fun. Someone asked about the Star Spangled Street.
Yeah, that one's fun.
It's fun. I did that several years ago, and like it's kind of like gaining a little popularity again. And I found that tray at Home Goods. So there's a good chance that you'll never find it. So I'm
we
sorry.
have a Home Goods TJ Maxx. They're together. So that's where we buy that stuff. We
So-
try really hard to
we now try and finish things in,
that are able to purchase and get.
yeah. So,
And someone
but
else,
it was so fun to finish it like that because
Yeah.
it's like a
Lindsay
tree.
stitched that.
Did I stitch that?
You stitched that. I remember that.
Oh my gosh, I did stitch
You
that.
had such the hardest time with that because you something with the colors, I think.
Okay, and I got this asked a lot at the retreat, like, do you stitch your models? And
You've
okay.
only stitched a couple.
The last one I stitched was the Salem Sisters Apothecary.
No. You stitched Halloween letters and then you gave up and gave it to someone.
Okay,
She
the
actually
last
stitched
one
that.
that is on a pattern cover is Salem Sisters Apothecary.
Yeah.
The reason because of time as well at this point, I don't have the time to actually stitch the models. As a designer, like, I would constantly change it as I would go, and then it would be so far removed from the original design, and like recharting it again is madness.
Yeah.
And so I don't do that anymore. And now we have amazing model stitchers that are like so fast. And so now I'm able to design it. We all meet together about floss and fabric, and then we send it to a model stitcher to stitch.
Yep.
And they are so fast and speedy, and
It's worth it.
They don't
We can't describe how much stress it relieves from us.
Yes, because
honestly.
And they're just stitching it exactly how the chart looks, which is good for me because as a designer, when I would stitch my models, I'd be like, well, I think I need to change this. And then I would make so many changes. It was maddening. It was madness. I have Halloween letters I stitched. I have it all the way done. It is completely different than the one you see on the pattern cover.
Yeah.
That is the biggest piece I've ever stitched, though.
That's cool.
Yeah. I love that piece. That's a great one.
Would you say Free Pattern Friday will be beginner or confident beginner, moderate? I don't know. I would
say confident beginner. The pieces, it is, I would say, I mean, I did it. And I feel like my quilting skills have gotten a little rusty because I don't quilt, like, I don't physically quilt as much.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I did it in an afternoon. Well, I started in the morning and it took me pretty much a whole work day to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was really successful at it. I felt accomplished.
That's good. All right, here's our winners.
Winners.
We had 2 stitching, I believe.
Raw stitching is Kristen K.
Which
J.
are all these lovely patterns from Fat Quarter Shop. Thank you so much. We did a set here and a set here.
So Kristen K. J. and then Shelly Baran.
Oh, and the cloth.
Baran.
So email us. You have a week to claim. US only.
And then quilting.
I can't remember how I split all this up, but we'll look back. Don't worry. This is one. It's from Moda.
Amy Dornbush.
Oops. And then
Kathy Birch.
we did 2 of these, so 2 sets of these.
And Annette Monty.
So
you guys
please
are the
claim
winners.
your prize. We don't want to keep these. we
want to
so
give
much.
it to you.
Yeah, I'm like, we want to. If people send us free stuff, we love to give it to you guys. Like, we love that there's so many generous people out there that are willing to send us stuff that we are able to give back to you guys, along with our stuff. I love giving. What do you want to give away?
I don't know. That's a good question.
We never know. I think you could do the new patterns, like a set of 2 sets of the new patterns.
Okay. 2 sets of the new patterns.
The Mother Day and the
Beautiful Things.
Yeah. So 2 sets for our cross stitchers.
And then we'll give away a kit, a free Pattern Friday kit.
Yeah, for our quilters.
So
on the comments after this video, comment, not the live comments, the other ones, comment quilting or cross stitching or both. And that's how we pick our winners at random.
Did your scrap Lugana sell out? Yes.
Yes, that
we didn't
sold
talk
out.
about it because it sold out really quickly.
Yeah, so I would say maybe once or twice a year we do scrap bags of cloth, cross-stitching cloth.
It's a great deal.
You get an amazing deal. The reason we do that is because we get end cuts. So most of them, for instance, some of them do have little imperfections, which I feel like you can stitch around. We just don't put those in our for sale, like little things sometimes. So that's like kind of the biggest piece you'll get, but nothing is more than like 9 inches wide because we do up to a fat 1/8. So everything under that is scrap. And we make scrap bags, and you don't know what you're getting. We did Ada and Lugana this time, and they both sold out so
it's
quick.
a mystery.
And we did 1/2 pound bags this time, so we just weighed it. And they always do really well. It doesn't happen too often, but they did sell out. So thank you if you bought one. Gets that off of our hands, because we need to do quilting scrap bags. We have like 2 big totes right now because there's not a lot we can do with end cuts, you know.
Yeah.
So we make scrap bags, and they're super fun. It's a mystery, just like our mystery scrap bags. So yeah, definitely. We'll probably do a quilting one here soon. So anyways.
Cool. So
Yeah.
any fun plans this weekend?
Not really. Joe works on Saturday, so I was thinking of doing a good deep clean on the house since we won't have any kids this weekend. And he's gone, and I feel like I have a hard time cleaning because I'm always like, I want to hang out all the time. I have a hard time. That quality time is my love language, okay? And so if he's there, I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to hang out.
Yeah.
So I think while he's at work, I'm going to do a nice deep clean of our house. I guess summer clean. I don't know.
That's a great idea.
Honestly, nothing. We've been watching a lot of movies, which I've enjoyed. We've been trying to get through a lot of the cult classics. So if you have a great cult classic movie, please comment.
Well, Hannah's going to go see Twister, the new Twister.
I actually thought
and I feel
that.
like that's kind of like a cult
I
classic.
love Twister. Maybe we'll watch the first one because I loved Twister. And I thought that I was like, we should watch the first one and then go see the new one. So
Yes.
we love watching movies. And my mom, she has a ton of movies. And Joe's always like, your mom has the best taste in movies. Because we'll go on her account and like, they have the same exact taste in movies. It's kind of funny.
That is funny.
What about you?
I'm not really sure. I kind of want to take it easy this weekend.
Yeah,
we
since
did
you
the
were gone.
retreat, and it feels like I've traveled a lot lately, so just like being home sounds nice. I might hit up the farmer's market, get some fresh
so
produce.
if you want to go.
Yeah, we can hit that
Depending
up.
on what I got in my bountiful basket.
Oh, yes.
I'll let you know.
Yes. So, honestly, it's just going to be kind of a chill weekend.
Good.
And our kids' school, like, we start
On the
really
12th.
soon. Like,
August 12th.
it's coming soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, hope you guys enjoy your weekend, whatever you do, and post all the good. I will post the dragonfly pattern. I'll have Lindsay send that to me, PDF version or whatever, and then I will list that after. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
So follow our Facebook group. It's Primrose Cottage. It's a Facebook group. You have to request to be in it. I don't even remember what the questions are, but just
I think Mom's in charge of that.
okay. Most people get in, and if there's a spammer,
she's the acceptor.
yeah, I'm like, if there's a spammer, we usually try and block them, but everyone's really sweet and kind in there, so definitely join our group to get that free pattern. So,
and Katie said we can put it in the newsletter next week.
Yeah, we'll do both.
We'll pop it in there too.
okay. All right, thanks guys. Have a great weekend.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. See you next time.